do anything to prejudice the case in terms of putting facts out into the general public that should be left for trial. So we're being very careful about that. But as far as what I said on the record, we were attempting to locate a person we had, Mr. Anatra, who we had determined to be a suspect at that point, and it was found that he had traveled into Michigan, and we then learned that he had purchased a plane ticket that was out of the airport in Detroit, connecting through JFK in New York City, that would ultimately, the ticket was through JFK to Ethiopia.
Can you confirm that the family, in collaboration with the prosecutor's office, decided to take the death penalty off the table?
I wouldn't say that the death penalty is, I don't want to characterize where the death penalty is, other than we did discuss that issue with the family members, as they are a family with a very strong faith, and we wanted to be very sensitive to their views. And we discussed the various aspects of the death penalty in the state of Ohio, and how there has not been any successful completion of the death penalty case, I think, since 2018.
Can we ask you another question? Can we ask you if mental health is a factor in this defense, and if they will be seeking a mental health evaluation for competency?
That'll be left up to defense counsel. However, it would be normal in these type of cases to look into that as a possible defense.
And do we know if he is on suicide watch, or how that is working at the jail?
I believe he's being watched closely.
Gotcha.
I don't want to classify. I was looking to see if anyone from the jail was here, but obviously these type of situations, we are being very careful out at the jail as well. But he is currently, as you can log onto their app and tell, that he is being held at the Crawford County Jail.
Thank you.
Matt, you mentioned the purchasing of the ticket in Detroit. Did this happen in advance of any murders, or was this hastily just that day?
I wouldn't like to get it. I mean, I'd like to. That is a good question, but I don't want to discuss all of that in the media. So.
Matt, can you also just maybe speak to this? Lisa was a huge part of where we are and where we live, and she was a great liaison to Crawford County. Now, could you just say the mood of the court, and maybe how the public could help you?
Well, obviously there is a great deal of sadness. Everyone in this case knew one of the victims, and there were two victims here. Yeah. So we want to make sure that we pay equal homage to both of those parties. It's been a tough week in the courthouse. A lot of sadness, but trying to look at, you can never see, it's hard to see positives sometimes, but the community support that the Anatras have received, the candlelight visual, the funeral, there weren't seats available. I mean, everyone in the community turned out. So.
And there's no motive still at this point. We know
Not
no
that we're
motive.
going to discuss. No. And it would. I don't feel it would be appropriate for us to.
Sure. Thank you, Matt.
I'm trying to help you all do your jobs, but.
Thank you.
What's his maximum sentence? Do you know? I'm assuming 2 life.
Potentially a life sentence. Knew one of the victims, and there were two victims here. So we want to make sure that we pay equal homage to both of those parties. It's been a tough week in the courthouse. A lot of sadness, but trying to look at, you can never see, it's hard to see positives sometimes, but the community support that the Anatras have received, the candlelight visual, the funeral, there weren't seats available. I mean, everyone in the community turned out. So.
And there's no motive still at this point. We know
Not
no
that we're
motive.
going to discuss. No. And it would. I don't feel it would be appropriate for us to.
Sure. Thank you, Matt.
I'm trying to help you all do your jobs, but.
Thank you.
What's his maximum sentence? Do do you know? I'm assuming 2 life.
Potentially a life sentence for the homicides, and I believe well over 50 years in addition to 2 life sentences would be the
Okay.
maximum.
Okay. Can you spell your last name for me?
Crall.
And then first name is Matt.
Yes.
Matt, the defense waived reading of the charges. Can you lay out what the charges are?
Yes. We've filed 2 charges of aggravated murder, as well as two counts of murder. In addition to that, there is also some burglary charges for going into the residence and committing other crimes. There were some firearms taken from the residence. So that's, and there were also items hidden allegedly.
Can you also confirm the cause of death?
I don't have the preliminary autopsy here in front of me, but I believe it was, they were stab wounds caused by another.
Do we have that?
Yes.
Object?
The preliminary autopsy has been released,
Okay.
and the family is aware of that. I made sure they were aware of that before anything was released to anyone. No offense to the media, but I felt it was.
And a lot of people are also asking, was James appointed to represent him?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, you have to meet certain qualifications to handle this type of case.
Thank you.
He was court appointed,
Correct.
paid in, so that was paid for by the,
Which is typical
Taxpayers.
of these type of cases.
there was, the judge was referencing 90 days after December 19th. Could you explain that a little bit?
Yes, defendants have speedy trial rights, and the quickest it could be tried, well, the quickest it would have to be tried would be within 90 days. So that's why we started with that, but it's typical to have motions filed throughout the process, but we wanted to figure out what the earliest we would have to go with the trial would be.
So the hearing will be December 19th, that was said, December 19th.
That's correct.
I thought it would have been,
Okay.
I know that they have set up the
November.
trial. I would check with the clerk's office on that. There'll be a notice on that as soon as,
Can you,
I don't want to give you the wrong date.
and so you had requested $2 million bond,
Correct.
and it sounded like he said $1 million?
That is what he said, yes.
Were you surprised that it was set at 1 million?
Not really. This is I don't know Judge Hogan real well, so
Matt,
I
I don't know
wasn't
if
surprised
you,
one way or the other.
if you can speak to any obstacles.
But the earliest we would have to go with the trial would be.
So the hearing will be December 19th, that was said, December 19th.
That's correct.
I thought it would have been.
Okay.
I know that they have set up the
November.
trial. I would check with the clerk's office on that. There'll be a notice on that as soon as.
Can you,
I don't want to give you the wrong date.
and so you had requested $2 million bond,
Correct.
and it sounded like he said $1 million?
That is what he said, yes.
Were you surprised that it was set at 1 million?
Not really. This is I don't know Judge Hogan real well, so
Matt,
I
I don't
wasn't
know
surprised one way or the other.
if you can speak to any obstacles you see between now and then going through with the trial.
There's a lot of defense motions that will be filed. That's defense attorneys have their job to do, and so we set a date, but I'm going to advise the family that that's the earliest it would happen, but most likely not going to be the date.
Can you remember a time in Crawford County we've had something such as this? At least at your tenure,
In terms of, every case is different.
but something of this magnitude where somebody, both mother and father have been,
Not, I hate to say no and be wrong, just because
Right,
I
but
don't
it's,
wanna,
yes.
I don't recall a case similar to this one. And obviously, there's been a lot of serious things happen in Seneca County, Richland County here just very recently, so.
Do you see a trend, or is it just really independent incidents?
I'd say that it has more to do with, you know, depression tends to be, I don't wanna say that that's this case,
Correct.
but you tend to have more depression that occurs around holiday time, so, you know, if I could say anything, is, you know, to each of us to talk to the people that you know and love, because a lot of people have issues that cause sadness around this time of year. So, and I'm not saying it has anything to do with this case.
Thank you.
Mr. Crall, can you speak to, were there, firearms at all used in the crime?
No, there were not firearms used. No, there were firearms taken, so they are related to the case. But the weapon that was found was a knife.
And, how did law enforcement know that Mr. Anatra was headed to the Canadian border?
They had reports from other entities in law enforcement that they had hits on the vehicle traveling through their jurisdiction to the north. We were also looking that way because Mr. Anatra, the defendant, also had an apartment in Bowling Green, so we looked that direction initially just because it made sense to look that way.
Was he a student at Bowling Green?
No.
Is there anything else you want the public to know at this time?
No, just to let the case take its course. These things are often, I mean, it's very difficult for the community, very difficult for the family too. I cannot imagine being in the place of the family members who are having you know, they're on both sides of this. So it's obviously painful and difficult. And you know, and it's difficult, it's for the people who work here too.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.